Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Victoper Spotlight and Floodlight LED headlamp. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this has a hand sensor, USB Type-C charging, built-in battery. It's a 1200 milliamp hour battery, 270-degree wide angle. It's lightweight. Here they show it used for camping, night running, repairing, cycling. A diagram on the side. We have gear switched, built-in battery, sensory switch, sensor, indicator light sensor. So let's get this open. So here we have the headlight and the USB Type-C charge cable. Let's look at charging this. So there's a charge port on the bottom. So I have a USB charger here. You can charge this up with a phone charger, computer outlet with a USB port in a car. There's many ways to charge this. So I'll let this charge up. It's currently charging at 0.41 amps. So that could vary depending on the state of charge of this. Let's take a look at the manual. So this has 7 modes. It says white light, strong light, white light, weak light, red light flashing, main light, white light, strong light, weak light, and flashing. Press the sensor switch in any mode to enter the sensor mode. Press the sensor switch twice in any mode to close. Then we have precautions. It says charge for 4 hours before using it. Please charge in time when the light is dim during use. If it's not being used for a long time, please charge for 1 month for more than 3 hours to protect the battery. Oh, and the back says the same thing. Okay, so let's take a look at this. I can just actually leave it plugged in while I'm looking at it. So on the front here we have a spotlight. So this has an adjustable lens. We can move in and out. So you can adjust the focus on it. Then we have the lights here. This is the floodlight. This is the spotlight. So this is a plastic. It has foam on the backside. We have this elastic strap here. And this is the control with the battery. So here we have the switch to turn it on, and this is the motion switch. So the way this works is with the motion control, you can wave your hand next to the sensor here to turn the light on and off. So say you're working on a job site and you want to turn to someone to talk to them. If you have this mode set up, you can wave it to turn the light off. You can turn towards them, talk to them without blinding them. And then when you turn back to your work, you can wave it again to turn it back on. You could also use that like if you're in a shop when your hands might be greasy. So you can turn your light on and off without pressing that button a lot. So let's turn this on here. So here we have that floodlight. I'll press it again. And this is the middle light on with it. Third time we have red light. Now we have red flashing. Now we have spotlight. Spotlight low. Spotlight strobe. So if you're searching for something in the woods, the spotlight might be the best option. If you're doing something up close, that floodlight could be the best. Now if you're doing something in the dark and you don't want to hurt your night vision, that's where the red light comes into play. And then if you have an emergency situation, you could use one of the strobes to get attention. So let me go back to that spotlight. So if I pull this in and out, I can change the focus. Now it's not going to do it much right in front of it, but I'll show a display of this further away. So I'm going to turn the light off, and I'll have the light and the camera about 4 foot from the wall, and I'll switch to the mode so you can see the light that it casts. Okay, so I have a little bit of ambient light coming in from the side, but it's pretty dark against the wall. So I'll turn the light on. So this is the floodlight. It's a very even light. Now if I kind of turn it, it's probably hard to see on camera, but there's a little bit of it's like a rainbow on the edge, but it's only on the edge. In the middle part, it's very even. So I'll press it again, and now we have that middle light on. And here's the red light. So this is more of a band. You can really see it as a band. Let me move the light really close. And here's the red flashing. And here we have that spotlight. So I'll move this in and out. So you can see we can change the focus on this. You can see it has these rings around the perimeter of it, but it's very even in the middle. So this is if you want to throw the light a longer distance. And this is the low mode of that. And here's the strobe. Okay, so let me demonstrate the sensor mode. Turn this on. So you can see the light is on and the sensor's here. So I press this once, and now if I move my hand next to it, it will turn it on and off. Now I'll press it again. That will turn the sensor mode off. So I'll put this on my head now so you can see what it looks like while I'm wearing it. Okay, so I have this on my head now. It fits very nicely. It has that foam there to pad the front, and then you have the elastic band here. So let me turn this on. So here you can see the light, and I'll cycle through the different modes. And here we have that spot, and then this will pivot so you can point it down. So this is the angle it points down, so it won't point down directly in front of you. It would be a few feet in front of you, but if you're like searching in the woods or something, you can point this out a further distance. So now we can press the button on the front for the sensor mode. So I'll press it, and now I can wave my hand to turn it on or off. And that works in any of the modes. Okay, so now I'm going to take this outside so I can throw that light a little further and so I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm outside at night and I'm at the edge of my driveway, which is around 50 feet long, and I'll turn this on. So this is the first mode. You can see it really lights up the driveway. So here we have that second mode on, and we have almost, it looks very yellow on the camera, but it's not quite as yellow in person. And here we have the red light, red flashing, and here we have that spotlight. So those doors there are about 50 foot away, and we can change this focus. But you can see we can get a very round light at a distance there. It's very bright too. There's the low mode, and there's the strobe. So that's the Victoper LED headlamp with spotlight and floodlight. I really like the versatility of this. I don't think there's one light that fits all. If you were searching for something far away, like in the woods, this light here would not be ideal. And if you're doing a repair up front, this could work, but a broader light I think is better. Like if you're looking for a leak in an engine or something, you really want to look at the whole engine. So something like this is really just going to pinpoint different parts of it. So I really like that. Or if you're, say, preparing dinner when you're camping, I like the floodlight over a spotlight like this. So I like that it comes with both options. Since it has a rechargeable LED battery, you don't have to replace the batteries on it, you can just charge it. It's also lightweight. Since it charges with USB, you could charge this with many devices. You could even use a portable power bank to charge it back up, or even a USB solar panel could charge it. And then of course it has the regular power and the sensor mode. So I find sensor mode on headlamps really comes in handy when you're working with other people. I'll even use sensor modes when I'm working alone at times, just to preserve battery or to stop the reflection. Like if I'm working in a certain area, I may want the light on, and then I'll turn it off for other things. Like say if I'm looking something up on a computer while I'm fixing an appliance. So that comes in real handy, so you don't have to keep clicking the switch and switching between modes either, because the sensor will keep it on that same mode. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.